Am I the a-hole for leaving dinner after my grandparents' friend made a rude joke? So I 25F recently started living with my grandparents after getting a new job. I've always had a good relationship with them, and they have always been supportive of me, including when I came out as a over the weekend. They said they were going to dinner with two of their friends, a married couple. My grandma and the wife used to work together and are pretty much best friends, and asked if I would like to come along. I said sure. I've met the wife a few times, but not her husband, Jay, or if I did, it was when I was a little kid. We get to the restaurant and chat. After he and his wife ask about my new job and move, they ask if I still like to write stories. I've been writing pretty much my whole life, so I say yes and that I'm always writing something. I took good care to pronounce the T. I used to ride horses when I was younger, so I've always enunciated carefully to make the distinction between the two. Jay then winks at me and says,
"How about boyfriends? Are you writing any of those?"
His enunciation was very clear, so I know I didn't mishear him. I said no, very flatly, but couldn't think of what else to say in response because I wasn't expecting it. He said,
"Good, otherwise you end up with a husband and kids,"
and winked at me again. I know that is far from the most offensive or crass joke in the world, but it still made me feel sick and lose my appetite. A few minutes later, we hadn't ordered yet. I politely excused myself, said I wasn't feeling well, and drove back home. My grandparents and I came in separate cars. When my grandparents went home, I told them why I really left, as I hadn't wanted to make a scene at the restaurant. They told me I was overreacting and that was just Jay's sense of humor, and he doesn't know that I'm ace. I'm not upset about the joke because I'm upset because a man who's 50 to 60 years older than me, and one I don't know at all, to boot, made a joke about me to my face in front of my family. It was humiliating. I told my grandparents that I wouldn't be having lunch with Jay again, and they said they wouldn't know how to explain that to him. I said that wasn't my problem. We haven't talked about it at all since. And the thing is, we're not close like that at all. I've maybe seen this man in passing as a child. There is no familiarity, no rapport, nothing that would make a comment like that remotely appropriate or playful. It honestly came across creepy, like he thought he had some sort of weird permission. So am I the a-hole for walking out of the dinner after my grandparents' friend made a joke about me?
Here are the top comments.
Not the a-hole. Some old guy who basically doesn't know you doesn't get to ask you if you're having or not. I don't know why your grandparents would have trouble explaining this.
Not the a-hole. They were sticking up for his very, very inappropriate behavior. He was being lascivious and was getting away with as much as he could in plain view. So who the hell knows what he does when he's not seen by everyone? I don't blame you for leaving. You have to protect yourself because your grandparents sure aren't going to hear.